Okay. With that. I'd like to call this meeting of the town board of the town of Northeast to order. Today is Thursday, August 13th, 2026, 7 o'clock. And I'd like to ask you all to join me in a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tilly, could you conduct a roll call, please?
Yes. Supervisor Kennan.
Here.
Councilman Mayville.
Here.
Councilwoman Morrison.
Here.
Councilwoman Winkler.
Here.
Councilwoman Cole.
Here.
Okay, thank you. The agenda has been distributed and posted. I have two amendments to the agenda. I would like to add an item for the the communication we received from the state comptroller regarding sewer district, which our attorney will talk to us about. And I would like to remove item number 7 about the Altice franchise agreement. It's Warren's hope to have a chance to talk to the board about that agreement, but it's not ready for us to, there's nothing for us to approve at this time. With that, I would like to ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Next item is public comment on agenda items only. If there is any public comment on agenda items, now is the time. There will be another public comment period at the end. Hearing none. We'll move to the supervisor's report. The voice holds out. I have a budget adjustment number 4 for the 2026. An expense increase of $16,180, less an expense decrease of $16,180 for a net of 0. I'd like to ask for a motion to approve the budget adjustment.
So moved.
Second.
Leanne and Chris. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion's carried, thank you. I have a special abstract dated July 22nd. 2026, totaling $10,232.82, broken down as follows. A fund, $2,385.64. DV fund, $7,847.18. I'd like to ask for a motion to approve the special abstract.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Signature. Oops. And I have an abstract dated August 13th, 2026. Totaling $121,608.21, broken down as follows. A fund, $84,865.70. B fund, $128.38. DB fund, $31,293.66. TNA to escrow, $5,070.40. Payroll TNA $250.07. I'd like to ask for a motion to approve that abstract.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And the voucher committee for September is Meg Winkler and Rochelle Cole. Um, I'm gonna try and keep my comments fairly short, like really short. Two things. One is, we said farewell to the assessor's aide with a lot of events and remembrances, and we just all gotten very nice notes from her, so I think she's been busy in her new state of North Carolina, I believe. Writing acknowledgement notes anyway. Also, I got a communication from Innisfree Garden. And they are having a late summer community day on August 29th. And courtesy of Berkshire Taconic Community Foundation, residents of our town and some of the towns around us are offered free admission on that day. And a chance to go to some of their special programs, including Morning Light, a rare chance to experience Innisfree before sunrise, anytime after 5 a.m. Don't all rush. And several other special events at that, but I had the opportunity to go to Innisfree this year for the first time. I can't believe it took me this long to get there. It is really spectacular. It's one of the treasures of our county and our area. So I have more information on how you can get the free tickets and so on, and I'd be happy to share that with anybody. With that, I'd like to go to department and committee reports. For the highway committee, Josh Schultz is here, and Josh, what do you got?
Good evening, everyone. So over the last month, the highway department's been busy cleaning up storm damage, which seems to happen almost every weekend.
Yeah.
It's been a wild summer. Aside from that, we've been doing some roadside mowing, and then we're preparing for the 3 blacktop projects that we have coming up. One of the first items I have for you is we listed our chipper for auction again, and after 2 weeks on govdeals.com, we came up with a high bid of $10,400. Not happy with that price. I know we can do better. We have alternative avenues that we're gonna explore outside of auctioning. So it is my recommendation that the board rejects that bid, if you would, please. Secondly, speaking of paving projects, next week, we're gonna be beginning a paving project on Skunks Misery Road. This is gonna be done by us utilizing our shared services paver, roller, and skid steer, as well as some mutual aid from some neighboring towns. And then following up on that, we've been in contact with the representative from Peckham, and we're looking like September for our paving projects on Merwin and Taylor. So, other than that, that's all I have this month. Thank you.
Okay, I know that you are helping, you were saying that other neighboring towns may be helping us with paving
Yes,
when you get to it, and in return, our highway department is helping other neighboring towns with their paving projects, and that's
absolutely.
what you're doing at the moment, right?
Yes, today we were in Amenia helping them chip seal some roads down in South Amenia, right on the kind of Dover and Washington lines. It's a beautiful thing that we have regionally where I can call all around and get trucks coming to us, and then they call and we go to them, and it just many hands make light work, so it works out quite well.
I think this is something that a lot of people in our town really don't know about. I think it's worthy of note, because this is done without a ton of paperwork. It's not bureaucratic. It is really just, you help us for a couple of days, we help you for a couple of days. And it's great.
Yeah, one of the great things is that we all have a common goal, and that's to make sure that our town infrastructures are as good as they can be, and so we just seek each other out naturally to make that happen, so.
So Josh has suggested that we reject the bid on the chipper. I agree with him. And so I would entertain a motion to reject that bid, unless there's any further conversation.
What are you hoping to get? Looks like a.
So on our last auction, it was like 14 and change. We thought that at the time that was an okay price, but not what we thought, and 10,000 is definitely not near that. We had explored an option on trading it in at one point. They gave us a price in the low 20s. I'm not saying that that's our ceiling or our floor, but we just know that we can do a little bit better, or there might be an opportunity to do some good with that as well. So something like that. So there's no real like hard line in the sand. It's just I didn't think that 10-4 was the right thing for it.
Okay, unless there are any other questions, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Yeah, did we do a motion?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to ask for a motion to approve rejecting that bid that was received for the chip.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I did have a question. Do we need to post on the website or anywhere that we're doing paving? Will it block parts of the road or is it just handled by flagging and stuff?
The project on Spence, Missouri is gonna be one lane at a time,
Uh-huh.
so we utilize flaggers in the operation to, make sure that the flow of traffic is good, so.
Thank you.
Yeah. When, just further on that, when the road is gonna be closed, like for a bridge out. and
Yeah, I know that
completely,
one. Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely want to post that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, is it about 7:15?
Mhm.
It's pretty close. All right, we are going to have a public hearing. I've learned from the chair of our planning board to be very precise about when public hearing is called, so we're gonna fill a minute. And have the public hearing at 7:15 as advertised. Um,
Gonna remind them what it's about.
Hmm.
Gonna remind everybody what the
Yeah,
public hearing is
yeah.
about.
The public hearing is on a proposed public law regarding residency requirement for town highway superintendent. The current law is that highway superintendents need to be from the town in which they live. If you think about it, we are, I think, the only town in the county that has an appointed highway superintendent. So every other town, it's pretty obvious that if you want to run to be highway superintendent, you better be from the town. So they are all from the town. We felt it was important to cast a wide net. And to do that, we are proposing to waive that requirement with a public law waiving that requirement. It is now 7:15, and I would like to ask for a motion to open the public hearing.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing is now open. If anybody has any comment on the proposed public law regarding the residency requirement for town highway superintendent, now's the time. Yes,
Captain Johnson, private citizen. I'd like to speak in opposition to this local law. I strongly believe that the best thing for our town is to have a person in the position of highway superintendent that lives locally. I believe that a local candidate would be more caring, more responsible, more accountable to the townspeople. And most definitely more aware of everything going on in the town on a day-to-day basis. When I first read the proposed law, I immediately imagined the scenario where the highway superintendent lives down in Fishkill, puts up on a cold and sunny winter morning, steps out on the deck with a cup of coffee. Weather apps say 2% chance of snow. While here I step out onto my deck and into a blizzard. That's happened many, many a time. And there's just no way for anyone to capture that knowledge, not right where we are. One of the most wonderful characteristics of that Bob was not that he just did his job to get the job done, and to get paid at the end of the week. But he did his job, to do the job really well, and to make sure that everyone's taken care of his town. He cared and loved about his town and people, and that's what he would run around town at 2 AM, checking on roads, checking on everything. I also understand that not every town, especially a small town, has the best candidate hiding around every corner. But I also believe that the right candidate, the best candidate, is not necessarily the guy that can do the job perfectly, the most qualified guy, that's been the job right from day one. But the right candidate, the best candidate, might be the guy that loves the town enough, that is willing to learn, to put in the hard work, to learn how to do the job that we need done well and into the future. And I just hope that before going in this direction and passing this law, that you first exhausted all possibilities in the search for a local candidate. And that you would be at the point where you're forced to look elsewhere. I know, and also passing the law can be just in case scenario, and I understand that aspect. But I really urge you to hold off passing it tonight until you've completed the local search and rejected all local candidates. In the end, as we just mentioned, most highway superintendent positions are elected. And I really believe among the most important reasons for that is that it would be a local candidate, it would have to be a local candidate. And that's really what I believe this deserves.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing nobody else, I would ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
So then,
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, public hearing is closed. We might as well just do this item right now. And I would just like to say in response to the public comment, I probably don't disagree with Catherine. It is having somebody who knows the town very well is definitely an attribute that should be very highly valued. We felt that, and certainly I felt that it was important that we show an openness to being to somebody who might not live exactly in the town, but might live near enough to be able to provide the service. I don't think we are going to be interested in somebody who lives in Fishkill and or Connecticut. But I do think that this proposed public law makes it clear that we were trying to have an open search and have as many applicants as possible. So with that, we have the proposed public law regarding residency requirement of the highway superintendent in front of you. And I would entertain a motion to approve the public law.
So moved. Second.
Okay. All in favor?
No, I'm gonna do a roll call.
Okay, let's do a roll call.
Supervisor Kennen,
Aye.
Councilwoman Cole,
Aye.
Councilman Mayville.
Aye.
Councilwoman Morrison. Aye. Councilwoman Waitler.
Aye.
Thank you. That one is. Okay. Now we're back to assessor assessor role.
Not too much to report now, so thankfully it's quiet, other than what's later on the agenda. As mentioned, my clerk has retired, and we found a candidate, which I've been trying to train the last few weeks, and it's going well. That's pretty much all I've been doing, so that's all I can report.
I know that there may have been some questions for you as assessor about, I think there was a question you might have had, Meg.
We just touched on it, I believe the last meeting or the one before, about the new state law saying about the volunteer firefighters exemption, tax exemption. So, that was something that I believe, I know I'm interested to learn more and also assist as needed with communication. If and when we get to that point, I don't know if you guys are also interested to learn more, because before it was a conflict, like you could, if my understanding, correct me, Catherine, but there was one for state and one for county and you, or local, I think, and you could only take one or the other, and now you can take both.
No, there was this kind of tax rebate that was always in place, and then they passed exemption. And then they had said that you can only have one or the other, which is neither there, and that we can pass it whether or not that happened, but probably there's more interest in it if there is that ability to double dip basically.
Yeah.
So we can explain to you, what the exemption entails and what other towns or county has done. And give you a rundown, that's what you're looking for.
Do you have that information now, Catherine?
Not out of time.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's the only one you're looking for?
Yeah, I know that we get questions. I've gotten questions and it's one of those ones where I say, you know, you really have to ask the assessor.
That's from what I know, and the reason I can't tell you off the top of my head, it's quite complicated.
Right,
Unlike some other ones like our senior, you make low income, then you get an exemption. This is a little more complicated, a lot of options. That can put in place by the state, which is why I think they made it as a local option, so you can adopt what you want if you want. Because it's fairly complicated, but I'll go through all the options and present that for you inside.
yeah.
There's another one that's come up, and I know some of the surrounding towns around us have passed also, is the exemption for creation of accessory dwelling units. I didn't know if that's something we should learn more about as an incentive for people to have, to help support them adding more housing to our area. So I'd be interested.
Is that that's a town by town exemption or county?
It's option. It's optional. Yes.
Option.
I
Local
know
option.
it was supposed to be like points towards getting folks getting the +1 grant. If your town had it, so I believe Pine Plains passed it to do that at that time. And I think Amelia already had it, so. Yeah, we didn't have that in place, but I thought we might as well just learn about it,
Mhm.
if that's good with everyone.
Okay, next meeting.
Okay, we'll look forward to hearing about that at our regular board meeting in September.
Are we talking about a new town employee
Okay.
being hired?
Later.
Is that part of?
On the agenda.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
On
On the agenda.
sorry.
All right. Thank you. Town clerk.
Yes. You guys have all gotten the department reports. I just want to say that the hunting season, licenses have gone on sale. The season actually starts September 1st, but there are blue cards around in the lobby and everywhere that have the 26, 27 scheduled, so for different shooting times. Okay, and then there's something coming up on the agenda too. It's as per New York State Ag and Markets Law, section 109, requiring municipalities to include in the dog license applications and renewals an option for voluntary contributions to benefit a local animal shelter. I'm gonna need you guys to approve designating the Pine Plains Shelter, which is what our dog control officer is contracted to use. So that's a valid entity that we can collect volunteer contributions for them. So there's a resolution there that the other town clerks have used. I sent it to you a while ago, and it looks, so we can look at that later. That would be great. Yeah, it's number two.
Yes,
It's good.
or we have one more bit of business.
Yes, and then we got you on a warrant?
Yeah, I'll introduce it. We did receive approval of the formation of the sewer district number 1 from the state controller's office. They sent that approval to us on July 30th, 2026. And I supplied a copy to our town clerk. And by law, where the town clerk is obligated to present that resolution, that order
Or,
from the Department of State
do I read it?
board tonight, so that it should reflect
Mhm.
that you are doing that.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't think you have to read it, but would like to,
oh,
I'd be happy to hear it.
yeah. It's from, the Napoli, of course, and. Should I read it?
It's,
No,
it's
It's-
done, I mean,
yes.
basically, it's coming, it's
Mhm.
supposed to come through the town clerk. So,
Could you give us a?
it's fine, just as long as we have it in the
Mhm.
minutes that we've done it, and
I'll put it in
prepare
the minutes.
a resolution, certification for you to sign. So that we have it in the record and that it has to be sent out to a couple of places, I'll let you know.
Warren, if you just take like 1 minute to say, why does the state comptroller have a role in a wastewater district?
In
I
our
think that's,
formation,
I
Yeah.
think, Rochelle, that's what you're trying to get at.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
they publish annually a cost to what a cost should be to a typical property owner within a district like this. And if you exceed that cost, and we did when we created when we first started forming, did map plan and report, we were in excess of that typical cost. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head. And that triggered a need for the state controller to approve the formation, which was a very complex process. And we submitted it, and then there were questions that they had for our financial advisor, legal questions. We responded to those questions. And then finally, it was approved by the state controller. So it's quite a good event for the town. And this will allow us to move forward with the formation of the district. The next step will be to, I will be preparing an order for the town board to pass, actually establishing the district. We're not gonna do that tonight because we didn't wanna rush that. And I've been in touch with Ty and Bond. And Erin is in Europe, and we're gonna get together when she gets back with what's his name, Jacob?
Yeah, I think his name is Jacob.
And we're going to figure out what we need to do in terms of the order. I had some questions about it. We'll get that resolved, and they will let us know when they think we should pass that law. We're under no time constraint. We had to present this to the board tonight. We were under a time constraint to do that. But there's no time constraint for the formation of the district. So,
That has to be done before the project can move.
yes, yeah, that has to be done. So I'm gonna coordinate that with Ty and Bond. And we will decide when we're gonna do that and create the order for the town board to pass. So maybe next month, it may be in 2 months. I'll keep you posted on that.
I think in, plain English, the state feels they want to make sure that a town can afford
yeah,
its wastewater, that
Yes.
is not burdening the residents with like, something super expensive.
Very,
Hmm.
I, a lot of scrutiny. I mean, we had to supply initially a lot of documentation, and then we had to supplement that with more documentation relating to the legal aspects of the formation. And then they had questions, they had to review the financial aspects. And that's all been done.
Yeah, it lists here like, whereas we are informed that the village has been awarded grants for the project, with the town receiving the following amount of such grants based on the town's proportionate share of the project, and it lists all these. It says, now therefore, upon examination of such application of the town board, the undersigned does hereby find and determine after due deliberation that one, the public interest will be served by the establishment of a sewer district number one in the town of Northeast. And two, that the cost of the sewer district number one will not be an undue burden upon the property therein in accordance with such application. Those are the two things.
So took a long time, but we were pleased that we got that approval.
We're
And
not waiting on any other approvals from the state. We're not waiting on anything else from the state.
not from state controller, we're done with the state controller. So we're waiting for some grants to be finalized. So I want to coordinate our formation of the district. And then after that's done, we get to the hard part, putting it out to bid. And that would be the next step.
Didn't we create a wastewater
Yeah,
district
we did.
already?
We have delineated wastewater district.
Oh,
It actually gets formally approved when when the board establishes it.
Yeah.
It is there on the map plan and report.
okay. so
This is
it's-
the proposed wastewater district.
Okay,
Yeah,
oh, okay. I thought was
When
already
it goes to the state
I did too.
controller,
yeah, no,
there's that additional step, so that we have to. If it didn't have to go to the state controller, we could have gone right to
Yeah.
an order, but.
but Warren, you had experience with this before, and certainly what I've been learning in this process is that building a wastewater system, particularly for a small town or a small town in a village with very limited staff and resources, is very ambitious. And there are lots of steps, and having the patience and the wherewithal to understand each one and to check each box as we go along takes a lot of focus.
Yeah.
But
It's complex.
it is complex, and but we're making good progress, and this
We are
is,
making great progress.
this is.
This is the one thing we were really concerned about.
But there's nothing really threatening us moving to the next thing and just officially making it the wastewater district, right?
Because this is with the village,
Yeah.
it has to be all time,
Oh, okay.
everything has to be tied together at all times, so it's this two-part thing, which involves, so Warren, I know, is gonna be in touch with the village's attorneys and with Ty and
It's
Bonds,
gonna be coordinated with the
Yeah.
village.
yeah, but
And I did send you all, I don't know whether you got a copy of the maintenance, the agreement between the town and the village for the operation of the system. It's quite a complex, lengthy document. I don't know if you want to read it or not, but I sent it to you if you have any comments.
anyone who wants another copy could have one.
Yeah, it's already been approved by the village, their section of it, and we have to do a counterpart. So basically, we have to take that agreement and then reface it for the town. So I don't expect there are gonna be too many changes, but I just wanted to give you an opportunity to read it if you have any questions. And if I run into any difficulty, we may need the help of an engineer to answer some questions. But that has to be done soon, so I'll be working on that also.
With a few more steps, the engineers will go into final design. Final design is final design, and that's a really exciting moment when that starts to happen.
We'll have a groundbreaking.
Literally.
All right. Thank you, Warren, for that. Okay, with that, we're gonna move into, I don't think you have any tax collector report.
No.
Collected all of our taxes.
Mm. Yes.
The next item town board committee activity, want to talk about buildings and specifically about our new town hall. And I got some comments about that. The board now has a floor plan of the new town hall prepared by Land Engineering and Architects. This is the most recent of many plans that have been presented for the renovation of the building. Some background on the building: it was purchased from Jehovah's Witness congregation for $440,000 in 2023. We started working on designs for the building at that time. We started with a design prepared for us by town resident and architect Jeannie Van Eco, who did that for us at no cost to the town. Working then with land engineers whose specialty is on HVAC, working with them only on the HVAC system and with other architects involved. We put out a renovation out to bid in 2024. We received one bid in the amount of $940,000, which was a lot more than we were thinking we were going to have to spend. That bid was rejected by the town board on the grounds of cost. Later that year, the building developed a mold problem due to a collapsed vent duct in the attic. That mold has been remediated and the building has been inspected and certified to be mold-free. Last year, we approved a contract with Land for the complete renovation and redesign of the building. Since then, there have been multiple floor plans reviewed, one of which sat here in the boardroom behind me for too long. The plan we have now is a very good plan. Our current town hall, the building we're in right now, has a usable floor area of 2,716 square feet. Our new town hall has 4,600 square feet. Every office will be bigger. The bookkeeper has had to share her office from time immemorial with the town supervisor. In this new town hall, each will have their own office. All of our files will be on the same floor. No running up and down stairs to retrieve a file. This building has two very challenging staircases and is not ADA compliant. The new one is all on one solid cement slab, no staircases in sight, and the building will be completely ADA compliant. And especially important, we will have a shared board and courtroom with seats for at least 40 people in addition to the board. It could also be used as a community room. It has easy access off of Route 22 and a huge parking lot. It is a vast improvement in every way. And cost-wise, at a projected cost of about $1,400,000, it is a bargain compared with what other towns are looking at for a new town hall. Pine Plains was proposing to build a new town hall, and they got I think the engineers were Labella on that, and they got an estimate for that building of $4.5 million. Pleasant Valley has bought a building that sits on Route 44 and sat there for a while with a sign outside saying future home of town of Pleasant Valley. And that building just got renovated for $7,600,000. So I think we are making good progress in doing it in as cost efficient way as we can. I have talked to the architect about coming here and meeting with the board. And I just spoke with him a little earlier and asked him whether he would come to one of our next meetings. And he said that he would be happy to come to either of our next two meetings and sit with us and to go through the entire design, which I think would be great. So that's where we are today. If we are able to keep moving on this, the thought is to be able to put this project out to bid and have construction during the winter months. There are many contractors who look for indoor work during the winter, and the ability to put this out on a schedule that could do that, increases the number of contractors who are likely to bid on it. Well, you know, as I said, the last time we put it out, I think in the beginning, in the summertime, we had one contractor bid on it. If we put this out at some time when they're more looking for work, I think that'll be better. So that's where we are at the moment.
And it does have the HVAC that's updated,
Yes,
different than before too.
yes,
When we went out to
Yeah.
bid before.
yeah. Yeah, and I appreciate the help that I've had from members of the board and on this. It's a collaborative project, and I hope when the architect comes here, we can all look at it and all have a chance to weigh in on different aspects of it. But I think I think this is a good plan.
So what would be the date then if they came? What would be the trigger date for us to vote to move forward to construction plans with them?
As soon after that meeting with the architect as possible.
Okay.
So that could be the 3rd of September.
Well, I mean, I'd be for that.
If we could, I would be happy to have a special meeting before that, if we could. Depends on the availability of the board.
So could we tentatively plan on having him come at our next workshop meeting?
Yeah.
So we can.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay,
That's the 3rd of September.
all right, I thought, yeah, you were saying we would take action.
Or the second? Second,
Uh,
Wednesday's the second.
Wednesday's the second,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It would be Wednesday.
Yeah.
Which is. So that is basically
3 weeks.
2 weeks, what? 2 weeks, no, 3 weeks. As I said, I'd be open to, seeing whether we could get him up here earlier and call a special meeting.
I could meet earlier too.
I don't know whether people have plans to be away.
Where were we looking at this?
So like. How long do we have to?
Why don't,
give
maybe I
notice?
should start with the architect and see what his availability is, and
We
then,
need a week's notice to the community.
yeah, with at least a week's notice and get everybody's availability.
Okay,
That'll be good, and the community can come to that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good,
absolutely.
because it's a little different than what we presented in the beginning, so
Yeah,
it'll be good that
Yeah.
they can.
We could have the big step out.
Lost my pen.
all right.
I don't know where.
So I will get back to you.
So what is it? Just give me the dates again.
Well, we don't have a date yet.
Oh, we don't, okay.
I'm going to reach out to the engineer and ask him or them. And then get back to all of you, including Warren. And see whether we can find a convenient date. I will make myself as available as possible.
Maybe get several options for the weeks of the 24th and the 31st.
Yeah. If I can get multiple options, that'd probably help us all. But I think that would be great. The sooner that we can move this, the better. Okay. Recreation Committee,
Nothing to report.
okay. Thank you. Housing Committee, anything new?
No.
No. Public Safety Committee, have we got anything back from the county on that
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
I have a meeting scheduled with Bill Deal on the 1st of September, so, I will at their offices, so I might
I'm sure
just
we'll get
ask them.
something before that. He was on vacation.
Yeah, he was. We did what we were supposed to do with that and send it back to the county, and it's a county-wide plan. Communications Committee, we wanted to talk about the letter.
Yeah, I I don't have a copy here from the last time, but
I do.
okay, great. And yeah, so we were waiting for some good news.
Yeah.
To send out the letter, so it hasn't changed other than the letterhead and,
Yes,
and,
so this is a letter to commercial property owners.
and just property owners, yeah.
Property owners
Yeah.
to remind them about the zoning amendments and to urge them to review those.
So it's for the, it's a total of, Boulevard East, West, north and south of that, and Irondale. It's a total of 35 properties, that will get will get this letter, and some property owners have more than one property, so the whole project is going out for $28. So we feel this is a great way to reach this, targeting those folks just as a friendly FYI for them to look at the new code.
Mhm.
And also if they have tenants to be aware of those codes too. It'd be
Okay.
great, so.
I think we can get it out. I'm happy to have it go out over my name. I think it should go out over somebody's name so that there's a
It's
person.
up to you, yeah, we weren't sure.
Yeah, I think when we send something out, it usually has somebody so that
Okay.
you can get back to somebody.
Has- So Warren, have you seen it? Yeah. And you
Yes, it
added
was
it?
last time.
Yeah,
The letter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, we did last time.
Oh, what is this thing with?
yeah.
We held on to
I
it
had
as
seen it.
support for 2 months.
Let me look at it again.
Okay. Oh, here it is, sorry.
Come from the communications committee?
Well,
Or,
letters coming from a committee, I think are difficult. When I get a letter from a committee, who do I write to? You know, it's,
Yeah, I mean, if you're
if
good
you want
with,
to ask a question,
if you're good.
I'm good
Yeah,
with that.
yeah,
I'm fine
that's
with
cool.
that.
No, Chris.
Oh, Chris.
He wanted to do it, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Okay. We'll work on getting this out.
Thank you, and Catherine's been,
She's given me labels. The
that's
assessor
great,
has
thank you so much.
provided mailing labels, but whenever, like, the next. Monday.
Do you wanna hold off about the that technology?
All right.
We also are gonna round back to the conversation that we started years ago, actually, when we were talking about outreach to the community for emergencies or any things like, whether it's, GoGov, whether it's One Call Now, and there's other ones. So Rochelle and I were just recently talking about just exploring maybe 3 options and bringing it to the board. And the best ones are those that people can opt in by text, phone, automated phone message, or email. And that's what I use One Call Now, and it was so simple. So it's not you speaking, you just type the message and that little computer tells the people, but it's great for floods, for power outages, for heat, cooling centers, any of those things. So we can bring back that info.
Okay.
And I know the village has the one, but it's only texting, which I think is a downfall for everyone. Because not everyone's on text. So,
Yeah, I've never gotten an invitation from the village to sign up for it, and I live in the village, so.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you
it was
live in
supposed to be in the water bill, but maybe it goes to
But
something else.
that would go to the landlord.
Right, so you wouldn't get that. That's interesting.
Note,
It's on their website.
Note to them.
note to the village.
Their communications committee. Yeah, so Michelle, did you have anything from that? I mean, because there's like 3 I think we should try to get.
Yeah, I just know go.
Yeah, and the One Call Now was great. That was very recent. It's by total people that sign up to it, so.
We'll have to do some.
Yeah. Municipalities, so that's really it for now, I think, but.
Yeah, we've completed our website review. For now. So brought it as far as we can.
Okay, every time I look at the website and I see that banner going across the top, I know that you've been at work.
Yeah, and Tilly's actually she's managing that on a very active basis.
There's now current meeting documents tab
Oh,
that we
right.
try and put up, sometimes the day of the meeting, but. People are looking for stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good call out.
Okay. The next item, I think, is number 10. Wait,
So we're not doing a review of the parties.
no, we took that off.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
The next item is approval of the appointment of Shobana Patel as assessor aide retroactive to August 1st. 2026.
I have a good question.
Yes,
So just from a standpoint of, so all positions from those folks that have been elected are appointed versus employed? I mean, is that how it works? Because I was trying to understand it, but we
yeah,
haven't had the situation very often.
yes, I mean, I think there is there's a hard and fast rule, there is an understanding that elected officials have the ability to appoint their employees. Select their employees. It certainly is true with, with their justices. The employees are employed by the town. But, that, is a strong,
And it's annually,
yeah. Excuse me?
it's annually.
Yes,
The
yeah,
January.
yeah, they're re-upped each year at the reorg meeting.
So the only department here outside of the town garage would be the building department. That would not be under this ability. Is that correct?
It's my understanding.
Well,
Yes. Well, would you?
that's why I said it's not a hard and fast thing. The planning board and the ZBA, those employees certainly are town employees.
Right.
The chairs of those two committees are very involved in helping to find an employee. They do not go out and find them.
But they don't. They're not, are they able to cross that line into offering employment to an individual without board involvement?
Well, they wouldn't. They wouldn't, and I don't think we would accept that.
Is that
If somebody just
something-
went out and said, and hired a person, he told the town, no.
Is that somewhere written somewhere? Is that part of our process? I mean, it seems very nebulous if it's concerning.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we're, it is a little nebulous, and anytime you deal with state regulations, you are going to run into things that are not 100% defined. You do it exactly this way, and if you do it slightly differently, then you're, illegal or something. It's just not that clear. The personnel committee has had conversations. I've had conversations with the assessor. So, I feel that very comfortable that I'm presenting something to the board with the strong recommendation of the assessor.
So this is coming from the personnel? Because we,
This is coming from me to asking the board to approve the appointment.
Yeah, my question wasn't specific to the person being asked to be approved. It was just my question
Yeah.
in general. So, because if we haven't had this situation of employee turnover
Mhm.
very often. And so when this came up, I started thinking in my head, like, what are the processes? So,
Once they're employed by the town, they're obviously subject to the requirements and policies of any other town employee.
so do we have this person's resume? I'm not sure how to approve. What are we being asked to approve based on what?
And
I have a copy of it. Do you
Yeah,
want to see it?
the personnel committee,
I'd love to hear.
Yeah,
your thoughts.
Well, I think we could ask the assessor.
sure, why don't,
We'd have to hear from the personnel committee why you recommend that we approve it.
Based on the recommendation from the assessor.
So,
Is Catherine gonna speak this then?
Catherine, would you like just to say a word about the,
Oh, what's the person's name?
I said it.
I didn't catch
Yeah,
it.
please.
It's hard to pronounce, but I did say it.
Shabana, we call her Sue.
Okay.
Sue Patel. When I knew that Donna was gonna be retiring for a while now. And having worked with her for 19 years, I know I'm the kind of person that can need this position. I have someone else who's doing incredible work, not an administrative position, it's not the same thing. It's pretty in-depth, that's a verb, position. So I need to find someone that I can work with, I'm comfortable with having, work with sensitive information. That I can trust, that I can depend upon, that can learn, that can deal with difficult customers. There's just, it's just not any ordinary position. And so, I started to seek out candidates that would work. I did have a conversation with the supervisor and one of them 8 months ago, giving me permission to start search on my own. I was able to find an excellent candidate. She worked a little bit before she was even thought of being hired. She worked with me covering for Donna on one of her vacations to see if she could handle it. I felt comfortable that she could. Now that I've had her job for 10 weeks, I am very confident that she will be a good clerk. And will cover all the aspects of the assessment job that I need her to. So I recommended that to the personnel committee. They were comfortable. They saw her resume. They were comfortable with that, making that recommendation for the appointment, and that's on the agenda this evening.
Thank you.
okay, well, this is the first I'm learning that you've had conversations, it'd be good to come to the board with your work. Right?
I'm not quite
So
understanding.
you've had
We just,
conversations in the past about this process. This is the first I'm hearing about it. As your fellow.
this is the first process that we've had like this.
Okay, but you've had conversations, that's the work.
But just recently,
Mm.
recently we have,
Yeah, I mean, it's just, her name is the first time today. I mean, I've had the privilege of meeting her upstairs. And I'm thrilled that Catherine's found someone, just really trying to understand the process and
Confusing.
if,
and we're working on that as well.
okay, great.
This is why we're.
This is the
trying to
first time
recap
this type of
the
thing,
handbook
and we-
so.
we're going by Catherine's recommendation. She feels strongly and
I mean, out of anyone around this table, she's the person who knows what's
Right.
for that job.
Works, also the work of the personnel.
I mean, it's more like we're-
On our committee, our committees, we need to hear.
Well, like if this is in the process, it's great to know like where it's going on, so that's it.
Yeah, so
But it has happened and it sounds like a great candidate, so.
All right, with that. I would, ask for a motion to approve the appointment of Shabana Patel as assessor aide.
So move.
second,
All in favor,
I,
opposed? Right. The appointment is approved. Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
Cindy, animal shelter.
Okay, this is the resolution regarding the voluntary animal shelter donation, which you already talked about, but
Yes,
now you have the actual resolution.
yes, and you guys have a copy of it, I believe. And so it explains why, and that you guys are just allowing us to collect all voluntary animal shelter contributions in connection with dog licensing for the benefit of the Pine Plains Shelter as the town's contracted animal shelter provider. That's who we use when the dog's picked up, so it's the logical one to use.
So
Yeah.
we have the
Yes.
resolution?
Do you want me to read it?
No,
I
think so.
But it's gonna have to be a roll call.
everybody
because it has
understands
to
what
do
the
with one.
purpose of it is. Right? This is so that people renewing their dog licenses can make a contribution.
Yes, and we'll have an annual, at least annually, it has to be moved to the shelter, and so I'll work with Lorna, the bookkeeper, to figure out how we're gonna, how often we'll do that, or you know,
Yeah,
so it's another clerical thing.
okay. So with that, I would ask for a motion to approve the resolution.
You'll move.
The only question, we don't have a town controller or treasurer, so that should be
Town control,
the
Oh.
town supervisor. who's the
oh,
chief
okay,
Fiscal officer for the town.
okay, be it further resolved that that the supervisor is authorized to direct and directed to establish a dedicated fund or budget line item for the receipt and accounting of such contributions.
Just
Okay.
Okay, so with that change. I would
Okay.
ask for a motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Second,
Okay, and you need a roll call? on
Yes,
this?
please. Supervisor Kennen,
Aye.
Councilman Mayville,
Aye.
Councilman Morrison,
Aye.
Councilman Winkler,
uh,
Councilman Cole.
Mm.
Okay, thank you,
Okay. You're all set.
thank you.
Lastly, on these, item number 12, resolution to accept a local law permitting the town of Northeast to exceed New York State tax cap and to set a public hearing for September 10th,
I drafted.
2026 town board meeting. For those of you who've been on the board for a while, this is something we have passed, since I've been on the board. It gives us the ability, should we need to exceed the tax cap, the 2% tax cap that is imposed by the state. Some towns, particularly ones that have the Taconic Parkway running through it, are very easily able to do that. We have not, we have voted to provide the town the ability to exceed the tax cap. And then when we have done that, we've always tried to make sure that we then came as close to the tax cap as possible. And what this is doing is setting up a public hearing for the public on this law for the September meeting. And I would happy to answer any questions or to accept a motion to approve the resolution.
We'll need a time at this, if we do a public hearing on September 10th at the town hall, we need a time.
Okay, I think we should probably use the same time that we used for today, which is 7:15.
Thank you.
I make a motion to. Go back. Make a
You
motion,
made a motion to approve?
Yeah.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
We get the roll call.
Okay,
Supervisor Kennen,
aye.
Councilman Mayville,
Aye.
Councilman Morrison,
Aye.
Councilman Winkler,
aye,
Councilman Cole. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more board member comments?
Mm,
We're gonna be doing interviews tomorrow.
We are.
We're doing interviews tomorrow for the highway superintendent.
good news.
And Saturday. All right, if there are no other board member comments, we get to public comment period. You got your timer? Public comment. Any public comment? Okay, you can put the timer away. Thank you. Town clerk has distributed minutes of board meetings of July 1, 2026, and July 9th, 2026. I would ask for a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Warren, our attorney has just absented himself. I don't think we need to have a meeting with attorney.
Okay.
So with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
No, I think that was a tie. Till we can figure that out.
Lana and then Chris.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passed. Thank you all very much.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I
You
guess I
skipped,
had-
you
I did-
jumped right ahead a whole here.
I did that on Meg's paper too. Here you go.
So we're gonna try to find the time to talk to them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not the way.
No, I didn't.
Hold on one second.
See you guys.
Yeah.
One second here.
Yeah, Tuesday morning. Well, yeah, Tuesday morning, yeah, right. Okay.